Hey guys, it's Brad here with Stu.
What's up, guys?
We're here for another episode of Brad and Stu's Fancy Podcast, the official podcast of the Kappa Sigma Fancy Football League.
Unwillingly sponsored by Hertz Donuts.
Yeah, unwillingly, but it's sponsored.
It's totally sponsored.
Yeah,
I'm getting a free. I'm getting a free donut.
I just don't know it yet.
Yeah, I'm getting a free donut. We're sponsored.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk about. Stu gets a free donut.
I do.
We're gonna talk about draft day strategies, and we're gonna go ahead and do a mock draft of round one. We're gonna tell you who you should take.
I think we're gonna start with pick number 1. So it's Kaprovic, and if I were him, I'd take the number 1 running back last year and go Todd Gurley. He had an amazing comeback year. The new coaching scheme, the new offense, all seems to be working. I don't think they've changed anything. They've upgraded the offensive line a little bit. I think he's going to have an amazing season again.
I agree. I would go Gurley, number 1 overall, hands down. I just feel he's the safest pick out there. I don't think he's going to be anything worse than a running back 5 this year. Gurley, number 1. And then number 2, we have you, Stu. Who are you going to take?
Well, there's some options. It's probably going to be between Bell and Brown. So it's going to be a Steeler most likely, unless Gurley's there, and then I'll take Gurley. So it kind of depends on Kaprovic, but that's pretty much my 3 options. Bell is.
I'm going to say you take Bell.
Bell's
just because
if Gurley
more wide receivers in the draft.
Yeah, I mean there are more wide receivers, not like Antonio Brown, but yeah, we'll see. If Bell and Gurley are there for me, that one's going to be tough. The passing game, Bell doesn't have as good of a health history as Gurley, but that'll be a draft time decision.
And with a half-point PPR, you know he's going to be a monster.
Yeah, he is. So, yes, between those 3 is what I'm going to pick.
Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm putting you down for Bell, which leaves us for Dixon, which if Brown is there for Dixon, I say he takes Brown.
Yeah.
What do you think?
If you're at number 3, your next options are going to be Brown or Kamara, David Johnson, and Zeke. So between those 4, the tier drops off pretty hard at running back after Bell and Gurley. So I think your value's at Brown.
Yeah, I'd say I agree. I think it's tempting taking a running back right there, but knowing you're probably going to have the number 1 wide receiver in football who can easily win you every week when he does good, it's really hard to pass up.
Yeah. I mean, we still have quite a few weeks until the season starts, and
that leaves Sam gets to choose between Ezekiel Elliott and David Johnson.
Both of his running backs last year, and how did both of those work out for him? Or Alvin Kamara. So, he had 2 of those 3 running backs last year. Is he going to take another chance of David Johnson getting hurt or Zeke screwing something else up and getting suspended? Kamara did amazing as his rookie year. Is he going to have a sophomore slump or amaze us all and keep going crazy?
I'd say Sam goes with his cowboy bias, and Sam chooses Zeke.
I actually think he may go David Johnson.
Okay, so you say David Johnson, I say Zeke. Watch Sam prove us all wrong, and he'll take, I don't know, LaShawn McCoy.
That would be a mix-up. You would mess up some people's drafts for sure.
Yep. Yeah, just his. And that leaves that leaves Vince. Now, Vince loves Zeke too.
He does.
So I say if Zeke is there, um, if Vince takes him, and as far as years go so far, I'm gonna go and say he takes Alvin Kamara over David Johnson.
Yeah, we're in sync here on that one. I agree.
Okay. Now that leaves Rod. Saquon Barkley.
Barkley or Hopkins?
He has such a crush on Saquon Barkley, which I don't blame him. Barkley has been working out with like the already top tier fantasy players in the offseason. He's a beast.
Oh, the combine is now called the Saquon Barkley Combine NFL. Yeah, I mean that's it's his name now. He destroyed that thing. He's gonna have a good year. I don't know what he's gonna do. It's scary to me personally to take a rookie first round, but if he doesn't, a couple of people behind him are. So I wouldn't blame him if he did. If I was drafted in that spot like I was last year, I mean, I consider it. It'd be a top pick there for me.
Well, between Barkley and Hopkins and Odell Beckham and Julio, kind of the four you're looking at.
Yeah.
And Melvin Gordon, but I kind of put Melvin Gordon below them.
Yep.
Which one would you take if you were in his shoes?
Hopkins, but I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with him.
Who do you think Rod's going to take?
Barkley.
I do too.
Because I've done enough mock drafts. You've done enough mock drafts. If you take a wide receiver early in the first couple of picks, it comes out a little funky. It's hard not to love your team.
That leaves Mo for you. And I already know Mo is not going to let Alvin Kamara get past him.
No.
He said he would take Alvin Kamara 1 overall.
That's another one. If it makes it to Rod, he may have a tough choice.
Yep.
So if Rod goes Barkley, Mo will for sure take Alvin Kamara.
Yep.
If he doesn't, he'll take Hopkins. Yeah. I don't think he'll take.
See, mine, with mine, Kamara's already taken, and so is Barkley. I think that's when Mo pulls the trigger, and he takes a wide receiver, and I think he goes Hopkins.
No, I agree, Hopkins. No, that's who I'm going to figure he's. Yeah. If Kamara's not there, it's Hopkins because I don't think he likes Gordon enough. And with Gordon, Odell, Hopkins, and Jones still there, yeah, he's going to pull Hopkins if he's there.
Yeah. And then we come to Matt. And we have Odell Beckham still on the table.
Mm-hmm.
We still got Leonard Fournette on the table. We still got Julio. We still got Kareem Hunt. And Dalvin Cook. He's got a nice little section there he can pick from.
AJ Green.
I don't think he takes AJ Green because I think he knows AJ Green will be around too. Possibly.
Possibly. You don't know what Day is going to do, so yeah, I
think see him OBJ.
OBJ, I don't think he'll take Julio.
But but Hopkins is available in your mock right now, so
no, because yeah. Keenan Allen could be on his radar.
Let's see. In mine, David Johnson hadn't been drafted yet, so I think he takes David Johnson.
Ooh, that is true. If he makes it all that way, that's a steal. That's a good pick. That's a good pick at that point. If David Johnson isn't there, it's OBJ, Melvin Gordon and Keenan Allen in my Shep radar.
Yeah. I think he would pull the trigger on OBJ.
If he's there. If David Johnson isn't there.
Well, it'd be between OBJ and Hopkins. What do you think he'd take?
If Hopkins is there, I think he would. No, actually, I don't think he would like Hopkins very much, so I don't think he would take the chance. I don't know. I don't know if he'd take OBJ because he's worried about the injury. I think he would be concerned. It will be interesting to see because we'll see what he does in the dynasty. And if he's willing to take him there, he may take him in our regular league. So I'm gonna go Allen or Gordon. Who do we have next?
That leaves me next. So who'd you say Matt was going to take?
Allen or Melvin Gordon. So if OBJ is still there, I know who Brad might take.
Well, as far as mine go, they're both there. I got OBJ and Julio Jones, and the more I think about it, I kind of catch myself. There's probably two guys I'm probably gonna be choosing between.
Yeah.
Julio Jones is 29 years old, so he hasn't hit that 30-year mark. I think I would pull the trigger on one more year of Julio.
Your pick number 9, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I think I'd probably go Julio over OBJ.
Okay. So, I don't doubt that you would do that, but so it's going to be between those two if everyone else goes, because now we really have Melvin Gordon left, Fournette. Well, see now this.
Well, I say right now who Lovett's going to pick, and that's Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. No, I don't. That's what I was about to say. He's still on the board. McCoy's still here, but I think he's going to slide to the late second or third.
McCoy may not get drafted this year.
Yeah, if he does, it's going to be way late.
Yeah, just a guess.
That's going to be my guess. I mean, I don't think the NFL will do anything until preseason, which is not helpful to any of us. But
No. Well, a good thing is we're not drafting until the third week of preseason, so that helps out a little bit.
It does. It doesn't help in our dynasty, but it helps everywhere else. So if that's so, I agree. Lovick totally is going to take Kareem Hunt. I don't see him doing Fournette or Keenan Allen. Maybe Michael Thomas, but Kareem Hunt if he's there.
Okay. Now, mine, OBJ is still there for Adam. I think Adam pulls the trigger on OBJ.
Well, yeah, it's a steal of a pick at 11.
And then at yours, let's see, did you have Matt taking Melvin Gordon or OBJ?
I had him taking Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So, I think Adam again takes OBJ in that scenario.
No, I agree. If OBJ is there, he'll take him. If not, he'll take Melvin Gordon.
Okay. Now Day, Aaron Rodgers.
I can't say I disagree. There's no way he tries to pick the miss that is the Green Bay running backs at pick number 2 this year, though. I mean, I guess he could, but I doubt he does. Yeah, but I can see Rodgers at 1. I don't know what he's going to do on the turn after that, though. But
okay,
that's for another day.
For recap, we both have Copro taking Gurley at 1.
Yep.
We got Bell going at 2.
Sure.
We got Dixon taking Antonio Brown at 3, and this is where it gets dicey. You have Sam taking David Johnson. I have him taking Zeke. You have Vince taking Zeke. I have him taking Kamara. You have Rod. We both have Rod taking Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
You have Mo taking Kamara. I have him taking Hopkins. Although I could see him taking David Johnson there, but I think then Hopkins will go.
Mm-hmm.
You have Matt taking Keenan Allen. I am taking David Johnson. We both got me taking Julio. Lovick with Hunt, Adam with OBJ, and Day with Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Yeah. And really, be honest with you, like Keenan Allen, the first round, that's actually not in a half-point PPR. That's not a bad pick.
No, I mean the second half of the year last year.
The guy only gets like 100 yards and a touchdown with 8 catches every damn game.
Consistency, you can't beat it. I mean, he had a slow start, but he seems healthy this year, and I think he's going to do amazing. So, yeah, he's going to go round 1, early round 2.
Okay.
So
I wanted to bring up some guys, Stu, and kind of get your opinion on them.
Okay.
Some guys who we've kind of been waiting to break out but haven't broken out yet. And could this be the year they break out? And the guy I think is most interesting is Amari Cooper, because they let Michael Crabtree go at the Raiders. He's now a Baltimore Raven. So it's Amari Cooper's time to step up. Does Amari Cooper have a great fantasy season? His first 2 years now, he had 1,000 yards receiving. Yes, last year he kind of fell off the cliff. So what do you think?
If he can figure out how to catch the ball, it wasn't for lack of attempts last year. It was his catch percentage is outrageously low. Hopefully that's what he's been working on this offseason. I'm not sure if he has. This is his last chance. His rookie contract is up after this. Gruden's going to clearly give him the chance. Gruden likes old school football, but he's looking like he's going to upgrade a little bit.
So if you were a bet man, would you have Amari Cooper below a wide receiver 3 or a wide receiver 3 and above at the end of the season?
He's probably wide receiver 2 material.
That's what I was thinking. The talent's there, except the hands.
Clearly, I mean, he
did in college. He did those first 2 years, and then last year was just horrible.
Yeah, that might be coaching a little bit there.
Now, Derek Carr did come out and say that Amari Cooper played extremely hurt the entire year, just grinded it out.
That's what I saw.
But, there's this thing. That's the one bad thing. There are things that could be going on that we just don't know about. Jordy Nelson, is he worth a flyer?
A flex, maybe. But I don't know about, he's not my wide receiver 2 or anything.
Okay. Man, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, he's old. I mean, he's been hurt plenty of times. I'm not betting on Derek Carr either, so I can't see him supporting 2 separate wide receivers.
Dalvin Cook started off really good, got hurt out the rest of the season. He's come back healthy. They have Dalvin Cook almost – a lot of experts have him going right there at the turn of the second round. He's usually right around 13, 14. What do you think about Dalvin Cook for the Minnesota Vikings?
He's got a great opportunity. He's going to be a running back, late running back 1, early running back 2. He's got a better – actually, he's got the same offensive line. He's got a better quarterback. Still got the great wide receivers. They're a team looking to win the Super Bowl. So he can – if they can limit the number of reps out on the field and give him a little more breaks in between, he should hold up this year and provide a great fantasy option. So if he's not an entire season guy, he should give you the first couple of, at least half the season worth of amazing fantasy points.
And then my last guy I wanted to bring up, he lit the fantasy world on fire like the first 4 weeks, got hurt. I want to talk about Mr. Ty Montgomery.
Yeah. I
Kind of in a sticky situation there, which maybe hopefully we know what's going to happen while preseason goes on. But it looks like a running back carousel as of right now.
Here, I've got a weird concept for you. What if he turns into a wide receiver again?
With Jordy out, that's true. That's true.
He knows the scheme. He knows all the plays. Um,
That'd be a pretty valuable running back to have in a half-point PPR.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think all three of them are good. They've all three had amazing weeks last year. Um, who's going to be the guy? Good luck picking it.
Yep.
I think all three will get picked. I don't know that any of us, besides the Green Bay Packers staff, know who's going to start, and even they might not know until preseason. So I have a feeling we're going to all have to watch the Green Bay games like a hawk to find out some clues.
I agree 100%. Now, as far as draft day strategies, we all agree that Barkley is going to be the number one rookie running back taken off the board.
Oh, for sure.
For good reason.
Yeah.
Now, after that, though, out of all these rookie running backs, first year, who do you think has the best opportunity to be an RB1 when it's all said and done?
A couple of them are going to get a chance.
If you're a bet man back, who's going to have the most fancy points at the end of the season besides Barkley as a rookie running back? Who would you go with?
Rookie running back. Okay, I have three options. It's going to be between these three, and I don't know which one it's going to be. And it's the closest I can give you to the answer. Rashad Penny, Darius Geis, and Sony Michel. Those are the closest three I can give you.
I think those are all really good picks. The problem I have with Darius Geis is Chris Thompson's still there. And he's carved out that role as that receiving and third down back. And we all saw what the numbers were for the other running back there. Alfred Morris, it wasn't there when Thompson was taking the snaps.
He's taking the third down passing snaps.
Rashad Penny is interesting, but I just don't trust Seattle's line. I think it's shit. Excuse my French. Sony Michel, probably the one I go with. It reminds me of a few years back, well, probably about 6 years ago, when there was a rookie running back for the New England Patriots, and he ended up being like in the top 5 RBs, I think, when it was all said and done.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the name for the life of me, but he helped Adam win his first Bundy.
We're talking about a rookie running back from New England?
Yep.
LeGarrette Blount?
No, not LeGarrette Blount. LeGarrette Blount actually started with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Didn't remember that.
No. This was a running back they eventually ended up cutting. He was a rookie running back, and he was darn good that first year.
I honestly can't think of who it is.
Yeah. But if there is a running back to really keep your eye on, Nick Chubb in Cleveland, I think is a good one to keep your eye on.
Completely
the other
agree.
Georgia running back, and but also the running back Royce Freeman for Denver, because there is no way Devontae Booker's winning that job because Devontae Booker's trash.
Yeah, he is. I completely agree. He's had his chance.
Yeah. Now, Kerryon Johnson, he's a rookie in Detroit, but they signed LeGarrette Blount. So, kind of a little murky right there.
And I don't believe in Ronald Jones at all for Tampa Bay.
No. I don't believe in that at all. I think I think Tampa Bay is going to be just an offense you don't want to touch this year.
Okay, I've got one for you here. So, kind of a committee situation, sophomore season, running back, Joe Mixon.
I like Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon was the best running back in the draft the last year. He looks good. I think that was more of his line than anything. Also, he didn't take over starting duties, I think, until like week 9. So, and then after he took over the starting job, he only had one game where his yards per carry were up 4.
Is Gio not going to cut into some of that productivity?
No, Gio will always have his role, but the fact that Jeremy Hill is now gone and it's Joe Mixon show, I don't think so. Gio will get his points, but I think that offense is good enough that they should be able to stabilize and get them both points.
So you're saying Shep drafted him 1 year
just
early?
like how New Orleans State had freaking 2 top 5 fantasy packs for a while, and Ingram and Kamara, which was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be quite that, but Gio could be an RB2. But I think he'll be more of an RB3 once all said and done this season. They don't want to ride Gio because he's small. They want to use him in passing downs and certain situations to keep him fresh. That's the problem with Gio is you just hope he breaks out a big play. That's the whole movie star. That's what you hope for. Yeah, I like Joe Mixon this year. I like Christian McCaffrey this year.
I do.
I don't think Christian McCaffrey and Carolina's got anything out. They did bring in replacement for Jonathan Stewart. They brought in C.J. Anderson, but I'm not worried at all about C.J. Anderson. I do think C.J. Anderson right now is better than Jonathan Stewart. I think O.J. Stew's done. He should be hung up. He did get some guaranteed money at that at his new home, but I'm hearing they already probably regret it.
Yeah.
So, but he's good. But probably the guy who I think is going to have the best sophomore year is Alex Collins.
Yes.
I don't mean to be a little homer, a little woo pig on that one.
Yes, you
But
do.
you got to think Seattle's kicking themselves over and over that they had this diamond in the rough. A guy who goes to Irish jig dancing classes, and they let him loose. And only for Baltimore to be like, ooh, look at this guy.
Yeah, I don't understand. They even tried to trade him to Baltimore, and Baltimore's like, nope, we know what you're going to do. We'll wait. And
Yeah.
they just stole him right away. I mean, they're looking so hard for a running back, and they cut their best one sitting there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you rank higher, Alex Collins or Joe Mixon?
Probably Joe Mixon a little bit higher. They're right there by each other. I would take them right around each other.
Now, here's another one. This guy also has a running back waiting in the wings. Alex Collins or Devontae Freeman?
Freeman. That's not even a hard one.
Ooh, even though he burned you last year?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, if I get Freeman, he's going to be my second running back, and it's going to be behind probably Bell or Gurley, so I'm not going to be upset.
Okay.
But
would you rather have Devontae Freeman or Christian McCaffrey?
Ooh, no, that's a close one.
Yeah, especially in the half-point PPR now.
McCaffrey probably.
I
mean,
Freeman
he's not going to get me probably as many points as Freeman, but they're going to be more consistent because he is a workhorse in the passing game.
Which one?
McCaffrey is going to be consistent.
Okay.
Freeman may get me a couple more points.
Now, as far as draft strategies go, do you take a quarterback early?
I personally am not going to. There's a stupid amount of them out there this year. A lot of teams have upgraded. A lot of people are kind of looking down on a couple of quarterbacks that I'm liking really late. And so go right ahead and take Aaron Rodgers in the first round. That's more players for me.
Now, as far as tight ends go, Is it? I know, but if you're there in round 3, and all of a sudden there's Gronk just staring at you, it's really hard not to pull the trigger.
It is.
But
It
boy, it
really
kind of
is.
messes up the rest of your draft when you do it.
It does. Again, yeah, it does. Especially if you've gone double running back or double wide receiver. It's really rough in the third to try to take Gronk.
Yeah. Now, with Gronk's recent injury history, are you really getting that much of advantage anymore when you take him round 3?
Yes,
Or round 2, when you have players out there like Ertz, Kelsey, Greg Olsen coming back?
Yes.
And then you also got Evan Ingram, the kid for the Giants, that kind of had a pretty good rookie year.
The answer is going to continue to be yes. No matter what words you say in between, the answer is going to be yes. Until he retires or until he breaks everything, he is heads above every other tight end out there.
I agree. I do agree on that. When he is healthy, that man is.
I'm not to say if I take Grunk, do I need to get a backup tight end? Maybe, or just wait until you pick one up off the waiver wire. But if he's there in the third, I mean, I can't not look at him, but I'll struggle to pick him.
Well, I could definitely say this about the draft. I always like to go in knowing you're not going to win the championship with your draft.
No,
that's
not going to happen.
That's about, throughout the year, doing the right waiver moves, putting the right players in on matchups, making the right trade.
Mm-hmm.
But also, though, I do believe you can lose the league at the draft.
Yes.
So it's kind of fun.
Shep.
You're not going to win it, but you can definitely lose it.
Shep. Love it. Sorry, had to clear my throat there. Yeah, you can. Sam is a wonderful example of that.
We all thought he was going to win it last year.
Oh, God. David Johnson and then Zeke, and Zeke was getting to play. God, that was just going to be rough. It was just going to be awful to play him.
And then week 1.
Injuries.
Yeah, it just...
I just got to hope there's no injuries like last year because every big name was going down, left and right. I've got a question for you here. One more player evaluation. When do you draft Mark Ingram?
Personally, Mark's been around for a little while. He's not too old. I would say, if it was me, I'm not drafting him until round 5. That's just me personally.
Round what?
I refuse to draft any player that has a suspension in the first 4 rounds. I feel like you're setting yourself up too early for something that's, like I said, you can. It's real hard to win the league when you start out 0-3.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't probably take a suspended player earlier than the number of weeks he's going to miss. It's probably a bad idea. So yeah.
So round 5 is about where I could pull the trigger. But to be honest with you, no, I could see myself passing and going, he might be there on the turn. That kind of scenario. Maybe I can sneak an extra round in there before I can get him. Yeah. Other than that, round 5 would be the latest I would take him. Round 5 toward the end of round 5. Let me make it clear that way. Mm-hmm. Toward the end of round 5. If you're in the first half of round 5, I still think it's too early to take him at that point. There's too much talent on the board.
Yeah, you're going to take him at the end of 5 before I'm going to take him at the beginning.
So how do you feel about Mark Ingram?
He's got value. He's going to do – I mean, Kamara's going to have 4 weeks without him. He's still going to be amazing, but this is his last year on his contract. He's going to come back with a vengeance, but I don't know if I can stand to have him an empty waiver or empty bench spot for 4 weeks. But if you're willing to wait, he's going to be amazing.
Here's a good question: who's going to have the better season, Adam Thielen or Stephon Diggs?
Ooh, now that's rough.
Do you view them as close?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I view them as very, very close, almost
Yeah.
like you exchange one out with the other. And the more I think about it, Adam Thielen's going way higher in drafts than Stephon Diggs.
The only difference between the two, though, Adam Thielen doesn't get hurt like Stephon Diggs.
True, but I can always just take another player. Let's say somebody takes Thielen. I can always take another wide receiver like a Keenan Allen or a Michael Thomas or an AJ Green, and then I could just get Stephon Diggs around later. Or let's say I took a wide receiver early, I could take a running back that take Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, and then I could just wait a little bit and then get Stephon Diggs around 3 or around 4 in some cases.
Yeah, if he goes around on that bend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm going to also get Adam Thielen 3 more games than you are.
That is true. So more likely.
At the end of the season, I may beat you by like 20 points, but does that really count at the end?
No, I just kind of look at it like depth-wise at that point. Like, you give up 20 points overall in a season for one wide receiver spot, but you gained an upgrade at running back, which I feel is a lot more barren.
Well,
after round 2.
It is. There's a big gap in running back after round 2 and 3. It's kind of wishy-washy running backs that are all through 3 and 4, round 3 and 4.
Now, besides, I got a good running back question for you. Now, we're going to half-point PPR.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago Bears running back, Jordan Howard.
Yep.
Doesn't get many catches, but boy, he's a plotter. He just grinds out them rushing yards, and he's a goal line back for him. I mean, is there any rookie running backs besides Barkley you would take ahead of Jordan Howard in this draft?
Any rookie running backs that I would take over Jordan Howard?
Barkley. I got some people taking some rookie running backs, before him, and I just find that nuts.
I personally, on Jordan Howard, he's kind of my same feeling with you and Stephon Diggs. I can probably get an amazing wide receiver in the same round I can get Jordan Howard. Wait a couple of rounds, and I get Cohen. And he's an amazing pass catcher.
That's true. That's kind of the same scenario with Derrick Henry and Deion Lewis in Tennessee.
It is. So, I don't know. Jordan Howard is a better running back, like fundamentally.
I guess the best way to look at it is, at a certain point, just take the best player available, and knowing you can do something like that later on in the draft. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to miss out on this guy. But that's okay because I can get so-and-so later, and I get to beef up my other positions because they're the better player available. And overall, it makes my team more competitive.
I agree. Now, my personal strategy is, yes, take best person available, but at the same point, you have to have kind of a mixture between consistency and upside.
And what a lot of people do is they freak out. Like, they'll be drafting, all of a sudden it's round 3, and they'll go around 4 or 5, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I have to have a running back. I have to have a running back, or I have to have a flex. And they'll reach for a guy they don't want. They don't like him, but he's ranked a lot higher than everyone else. And they freak out because they feel like they have to have that player. I think that's the big mistake is trying to fill out that core And I really feel like the best thing is to build depth, just keep taking best players available, and eventually it'll all work out fine at the end. Now, obviously, you don't take a wide receiver every damn pick, but
Well,
at a certain point, like you can't freak out if you're 2 rounds in and you don't have a running back, or if you're 2 rounds in and you don't have a wide receiver.
Yeah, I made the mistake.
You can go ahead and take a wide receiver or a running back if that's the better player available. Because mainly at that point, the other running backs, wide receivers are going to come back to you are probably the same value and going to do the same darn thing as the one taken.
Yeah, I made that mistake and thought I was making a great value pick, even though I didn't like the guy as much as I probably thought I did at the time. So I went Lynch in the third because I was stealing Lynch. I didn't really like him that much, but I was stealing him because I thought I was getting a value. So, I mean, value doesn't always win out if you don't really like the guy.
Yeah. He didn't even share his Skittles with you, did he?
No. I mean, he did at the end of the season. He made me not get in the dildo bowl, so can't be that mad at him, but he gave me headaches.
I guess he was worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Put you in purgatory, didn't he?
What is it?
He put you in purgatory, didn't he?
He did. He did. He held out those last couple of games and finally got unleashed.
Yeah. So. Well, that's all I have for tonight, Stu. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
That is it. We are waiting patiently for the division picks from our great commissioner, Sam.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll listen to this and finally get around to doing it.
Dun 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 dun. Do it, Sam. We're impatient.
But no, can't wait.
And I hope y'all like the intro video that Stu and I both made.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I think it's got a little comedic events in there. It's pretty funny. Yeah. So yeah, hope y'all like it. Hope y'all like the first podcast of the season. Kind of our rough draft to get everything started, but things are only going to get better. We'll get some sound effects and some other stuff going, and get it really entertaining, and we'll get an itinerary for every episode. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to this season, Stu.
I am too. Also can't wait for the draft weekend at the Lake House. Thank you again, Brad. That's going to be amazing. Brad mentioned
bring your poles.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Bring your fishing poles. So it's going to be amazing this year. Can't wait to see everybody. We will talk to you guys later.
Yeah. Peace out.